Okay. So, um, hopefully folks can hear me, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. But um this week I wanted to focus on something a little more pointed. Um First of all, um realizing I don't need to argue. And to be honest, is like, I've done a little bit of that. Um I'll confess some of it's been in my videos, some of it's been on Facebook, but also just realizing that you know, Yah is not the author of confusion. So, I just wanted to change up my approach and my whole purpose. You know, in saying what I'm not, I have to figure out what I am. And that being said, that's what this video is all about. You know, don't listen to me. One of the things that um I've tried to do is with everything that I've shared, everything I've talked about is tried to keep it as close to the truth as possible. But at the same time, is my teaching. I mean, you don't need my teaching. Let's just say that. And so, ergo, the title of this video. Don't listen to me. Listen to Yah. So, with that being said, that's what this video is going to be about. Um, One thing. Um, Early with my marriage with my wife, we would go to church and the pastor would speak, and oftentimes the pastor in his message would reference different things in scripture that um, he would, just assume that most everybody understood. And I can remember my wife, in multiple situations, he would give one of those references, and um and she had no idea what he was talking about. Well, that being said, it's like, and thinking about that, it's like, I have to be better about that as well, in making sure that um, I'm doing less just talking about stuff and more actual, um, in reality, teaching people how to get stuff and teaching people how to fish. Of course, there's the old saying is like, give a man a fish, he'll eat a meal. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for life. And so, and that's my point in this video. So to have you stop listening to me and start to equip you. So that being said, here's what my point of this video, and to be honest, what I want to start going forward is not just talking about subjects, start not just talking about um uh trying to give dispensations. If you've watched my channel at all, you'll realize I'm not a lecturer, and I don't. That's not my thing. In reality, I'm a lot more of a conversationalist. That's how I strive. So, if if you've noticed things have been a little broken up, that's why. That's so. This is not my forte. This is not my strength. So that being said, well, I'm gonna play to my strengths. So, but that being said, let's get with it. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you some tools, okay? Because I can tell you about the Bible, but you're not gonna get anything with the Bible. You're not gonna get anything uh, as much as reading it for yourself. But if you're anything like me, I'll admit it myself. I'm not a reader. I don't like to read. And what is the Bible? It's a book. And so, I mean, my whole life I struggled actually reading the Bible. And so, what I had to do is because this it's so important. So I had to figure out what worked for me. Well, what did actually work for me is an app that I'm actually going to tell you a little bit about. It's an app called the YouVersion Bible app. I'll try to post a link to it in the video, but if you search YouVersion Bible, YouVersion is one word, just like it sounds. So YOU version, um, one word. If you search that in the App Store, if you search it in Google Play, you'll be able to find it. Now, there's some one of the, there's a lot of things I don't like about the app that I'm not really going to get into, but the thing that I really do like about it is the fact that not only do you have the ability to read multiple translations, read different languages, compare, um, but even more, you can also listen. There's the ability to play. So I've actually prepared a few slides so that you can actually see how to set this up. Now, one plan that I'm actually going to refer you to and talk about is the chronological reading plan in that app. Now, what's the point of the chronological? Well, know it or not, the Bible, when you look at the table of contents and you flip from um, and you flip from beginning to end, you'll get Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, so on and so forth. And if you read it straight out from there, you're not actually going to get in chronological order. Um, the app is called YouVersion. So that app is called the YouVersion Bible app. So YouVersion is one word. YouVersion. I'll try to put it in the chat. Here we go. Let's see. You Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that in the chat. But yeah, YouVersion Bible app, and um, I'll share that. So, but yeah, the YouVersion Bible app. You can search that in the App Store. You can search that on Google Play. Either way, but that app, um, there's a few different advantages to it, and as I said, it's like, but one of the biggest advantages is the fact that um, there's a lot that you can do with it. You can highlight. You can put notes, you can and again you can listen to it. So and that's actually how I was able to get to it, because it's like I'm also a busy person, and I've been that way for a long time. And so that's the way that I was able to actually get through the Bible, is as I would be going to work. um as I would go to work, I'd hit play, and I have a half an hour drive to work, so you can put a lot of Bible behind you. Then I have a half an hour on the way home. You can put a lot of Bible. You can get through a lot of the Bible in that time. Um, Lunches, so on and so forth. Just different opportunities. You can just hit play, and you can actually get through there um, pretty quick and just listen to it. Or if you work a job to where you can actually put on headphones, you can literally put on the Bible. And so I'm gonna go through a few cool things about this. So I'm gonna pull it up here. I kind of have a little bit of a slideshow. I literally That's one of the reasons I'm a little bit late. I wanted to be somewhat prepared for you, and so and also forgive me because I know how some of these previous weeks have been. A lot of times I'm trying to put this together after work, and so some of my stuff has been trying at the last minute to try to figure out sound things and trying to get everything all together. And so forgive me on some of my previous videos, but I'll try to do as good as I can on this one. So, but here we go. But when you get into the app, this is the homepage, and so there's there's a lot to it. It gives you a daily scripture and so on and so forth. Different uh different guided scriptures, all that kind of stuff. But here's what I want to point to. If you look in at the very bottom, you'll see the plans. And so there, bottom middle, you see that plan. So if you hit that button, um, here's here's one of the cool things about it. You can actually search different plans. And the plan that I'm referring to is chronological. So if you see there at the top, you see um, the chronological Bible plan. Actually, Kelly Kelly actually put the link in the chat. If you're on Facebook, you can actually just click that link. And um, Miss Pad, as you know, you've seen the obviously you've used it. So that being said, so here's what you get in that plan. There's this chronological one. If you search it, there's a lot of options that come up. Um, I was actually gonna try going through this in 90 days with us, but in looking at how many there are per day, I realized how I was in the beginning and how how difficult it can be. So putting that much reading for someone who doesn't read, if you're anything like me, it can be a lot. So let's just go ahead and let's just go ahead and stick with the chronological plan. So now it doesn't have to be 365 days, and I'll show you some other features of it. So, but you click on that, you search it. Oops, I didn't mean to include that photo, but once you start the plan, this is kind of a screenshot of what each day will look like. Okay, you see the first 3 days of the plan are the first three chapters of Genesis, and so um, this is what it looks like once you've read it. But if you haven't read it, it'll show circles to where you can actually click into it. But but it'll give you the ability to kind of get in there and actually just read it for yourself. So, but now when you click into each day, you'll get this view right here, and it'll show you what the inevitably the reading for the day. So as you see, there are the arrows to where you can go forward, back in your plan. Now, the other piece that I wanted to show you there in the bottom right hand corner, um, to the right of the right arrow, there's a play button, and that's the big piece right there. That's what I wanted to show you right there is you have the ability to actually literally hit play, and the person will literally start reading to you. So and that's one of the big advantages. One thing that helped me is just having that and having the ability for somebody to actually read it to you, and actually if you're having them read to you, and it'll highlight each verse as it's reading it. So if you're at a verse that they're reading, it's like, oh shoot, you can actually hit it, and you can actually highlight it as well. I didn't have that screenshot, but that's one of the cool things. It's very user friendly, easy to get the hang of. And then last but not least, here's the piece that I really like. If you get behind, or if you get ahead, and want it to you want to start where you are and at the day, this in the top right hand corner, the fourth option from the top, there's a link that says that you can hit catch me up. So say you're behind, you know it happens to all of us. um you haven't read in a few days. Well, of course you can actually knock out 2 3 days at once to catch up, but there's been times to where I've been a couple weeks behind, and you want to just start fresh from the day you are. You can hit this catch me up option, and it'll make the day that you're on the current day. And so that's one of the really cool things about the plans when it comes down to U version. One of the things that I really like is probably it's one of the better developed apps, especially Bible apps, especially when it comes down to the plans. And so so that's one of the cool options that I really wanted to hit up, and one of the reasons that um I really wanted to equip you. Again, you know, see that one of there've been a lot of conversations, a lot of things that I've shared online. That everything, what I've shared, I try to share. I share truth. And then, and I've seen some of the stuff that other people have shared as well that is like, hey, watch out, don't get fooled and all that kind of stuff, as if, what I'm sharing, or what folks who say that I'm sharing is not the real or not the truth. So that being said, it's like here that's one of the reasons I made this point. It's like, hey, don't listen to me. Okay? This is your option to take it directly from the source, like, because no matter what, it's like even me, as much as I say and as much as I try to keep to the truth, um, there's there's nothing that you're gonna get like going straight to the source. It's like and there is and you have the source right here. The word of the Most High is the highest authority, not me, not your pastor. I am nobody. So again, don't listen to me. You have the opportunity right here to go to the source. And one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about this video and wanted to bring this video up is give you the opportunity to equip yourself. Because again, it doesn't matter how many sermons you listen to. Um, you know, there's a lot that I can say about sermons and pastors that I'm not even going to get into. But again, it's like, don't listen to me. I'm directing you straight to the source, and that's what I want to do here over these next few weeks. Is give us a we're going to start. You know, how about we say tomorrow as on day one of that chronological plan? If you're listening to this today's January 3rd, make January 4th day one of your chronological plan and see if we can move forward with that. And so come next week, everybody should be at day 7 and we can work through it there. And I want to do less I want to teach based and we can talk based off of for one what you've read, but and then questions can come up based off of what you've read. We can go there. But what I really want to do is as we're reading is really to let's talk about well talk about the scripture in and of itself, but then also talk about the background. Because here's the thing: when we're talking about the Bible, there's also historical pieces that come to it. There's also you know different tools that you can use to get more in depth. There's so much to it. And so that being said, that's where I want to go. That's where I want to go is helping to equip you as opposed to just trying to give you everything, give you a bunch of fish. So and I appreciate your mic on that, but I'm no pastor. And to be honest, that's another piece is like, hey, and self as well. But hey, pastors are um I just want to be a servant of the most high. And that's all I want to be. You know, I don't want to be a I don't want any title. And as you read, you'll see that Yahusha, that's not something that he even I mean actually he straight out says uh tells us not that or tells us not to. So this whole title aspect, bishops and all that kind of stuff, that's not of the Most High. That's not, Yahusha directly opposes it. And so, uh, if you've seen any of my other videos, this is gonna be a short one. So, but that's all I got for today. Outside of that, if you are on Facebook, if you could please hop on my YouTube channel, no longer vain on YouTube, and if you could subscribe there. If you watch regularly, I know Mike. I've seen you on here a few times. Hey, I'd love for you to hop on YouTube and actually um, start watching me on there and actually chatting on there because hey, that helps me on YouTube and just linking the video there, liking my videos, subscribing. If you know somebody that can help that can be blessed by this, share it with them as well. And so, hey, I appreciate you guys for watching. Love you guys and be blessed.